This is a hi. In one of my other videos, somebody commented that they wanted a bit of a hand of a Junkies heavy PvP only build. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with the addictions. We're going to go with Day Tripper, Mentats, Formula P, Daddy-O, and Med-X. Now, Formula P, Day Tripper, and Mentats are all non-existent to you. The debuffs are basically out the window. You don't have to worry about them. I'd even go so far to say it's the Daddy-O one is. Now, the only one you have to really worry about is the Med-X, but it's so minor you're not even going to notice it. If you can't get Formula P, go with Alcohol. Now, there are two chems that I recommend you would look at or look into getting. One is Psycho Buff, which is very easy to get. Put on Chemist, put on Super Duper, get some buff out, get some Psycho, and slam them in the chemistry station. This gives you 65 maximum health, free strength, free endurance, and 25% extra damage for 3 to 6 minutes. The downside is that once the time runs out, you lose all the health and you can just die. And if you're in PvP, that means the enemy kind of just gets a free win. So what you're really going to want is this, Psycho Tats. Now it's a little bit harder to come by as you're only going to be able to find this in vendors, both player and NPC, and on the map itself. I'll link in the description if I can find some locations where you can just get it from, because it'd be easier that way rather than me looking around the internet right now for it. What it does though is it gives you 15% damage resist, 25% extra damage, and free perception. Moving back onto the character build, we can see that the mutations that I've picked here are my Super Eel and Speed Demon for the jump height, and Speed Demon for the obvious reload speed and movement speed. You can obviously flavour in more mutations if you'd like. They're more of a flavour effect. Power Armor Reboot is a 40% chance to revive from a down state. You don't actually enter the down state, so I haven't put Revenant on because the two perks don't work together. Taking one for the team. I don't know if you do PvP by yourself or in a team. I don't know if taking one for the team works in a team of one. I'm going to assume it does because you are still on a team. And then obviously the perks here. It says you're going to need 278 levels. I'm not sure if that includes the base 50, but you'll need 1,000 perk coins overall, which is quite a lot. It's about 500 perk cards you're going to have to smash up. But if you've progressed some on the scoreboard, you've got a couple of those packs open, you've probably already made progress on some of these perks anyway. Now we're getting to the real meat and butter of things. Obviously, you can take all the heavy gunner perks for damage, lock and load. Oh, let me try that again. Lock and load for the 30% extra reload speed, and blocker. Now, blocker is optional. You could remove it and then put the points somewhere else. That's up to you. Grenadier, it's just because I had to put something in the perception perk tree, and I guess Grenadier would be alright. Nuka-Cola or Nuka-Nut for your Nuka-Cola Quantum Spam. Make them real good, make them 3 times as good. Needed. Chem resistance, so you don't get addicted to the Psycho Tats and Psycho Buff that you're taking, so you don't get the Psycho debuff, because you don't need that. Munchie resistant and Hydro Fix, just to get rid of any of the other negatives to go with Chems, and then Chem Fiend to make them last longer. Now, I'm not sure if Lone Wanderer works in a team of one because still you are by yourself. I don't know if it kicks off when you're in a team. But if it does, I'd suggest mixing these as a 3 and a 2 for now, unless you remove Blocker, in which case you can 3 and 3 them. Suppressor and Tenderizer would be good replacements. It's not ideal because obviously Lone Wanderer is the better perk, but it is what it is. You'll have to take one or the other. Because if taking one for the team works in a team and Lone Wanderer, you're going to have a very powerful build. If taking one for the team works in a team of one and Lone Wanderer doesn't, I'd still recommend you just take the taking one for the team perk. Because hopefully the person initiating PvP with you is shooting you first, rather than you shooting them, because that's not a great way for you to start the PvP session. You want them to shoot you, then you shoot back, and then after that it's a free ball really. Demolition Expert to increase the explosive damage of your Junkies, the explosive Gatling Plasma, and then Stabilize to obviously give you that little bit or the greater accuracy, and the 45% ignoring of armour, which is very rare for energy weapons. Action Boy for the AP. Born Survivor is again an optional perk here. Take it or leave it. And Dodgy, I'd recommend. I can't remember if it works in Power Armor or not. It's really late, so I'm not going to be checking that. you can leave it in the comments if it doesn't work. Serendipity for the chance to just flat up avoid damage, gives you that bit of tankiness. Start Sheens, just to avoid any more mutations. You could be in a nuke zone and get a mutation, or what happens if somebody throws a nuke mine on you, which used to be really, really common. It's not so much now, or somebody pulls out a gamma gun. Anything like that can happen. One-man army is for the stagger. It might throw the aim off. It might break a limb. You're more likely going to kill them before you break a limb, but the stagger chance might come in, so it's very good either way. And if you break a limb, you stagger them unless they've got animating skeleton, which is really good. Bloody Mess just for 15% more damage you need it, and Class Freak is the obvious one here to reduce the side effects of your mutations. In the description below, I will try and leave as I said before, a Psycho Attacks location guide. I'll link another video on power armor, because I don't really want to get into what he got into in his video, and he cleared it up very, very well. So I'll link that video in the description. It goes over the differences between all the power armors and their actual damage values that you get or the damage reduction values that you get while wearing each armor. And it's actually kind of minor, so it doesn't matter if you use T65, X01, all that. Obviously, you're going to want to use the best of the best, which I believe is the T65, because a little bit is better than nothing. But if you like the video, let me know. If you need anything more, let me know. Just put it in the comments, and if I got anything wrong, put it in the comments as well, so I can make an annotation or pin your comment, and you can laugh at how wrong I was. You probably just saw my editing software, so I'm just going to leave it there. All right, enjoy yourselves, guys, and be safe.